Hello YouTube, Jason here. How you going? Hey, just thought I'd do a bit of a Nintendo 64 online for you, which is where you have the biggest trade site in New Zealand is Trade Me. We do have eBay here, but it's not locally used very much. It is for international stuff. Um, and yeah, just to give you an idea of scale, for dollars, you divide it by one, or by half, sorry, for US, and divide it by 3 for UK. So $1 New Zealand is going to cost in US dollars 50 cents, and $1 in New Zealand will cost 25 cents UK. So it's just an idea of scale for you. So you can work out the rest of it yourself. Use a calculator if you need to. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you this is a local site that we have. You can see what people are wanting for a unit. This particular unit, the controller is not a official Nintendo controller, although it does look like it is. It's not. It hasn't got Nintendo imprinted on the control unit. Here's another one, same seller. Again, the control unit is not an official control unit. Super 64 Mario, $88 here, so 44 US. That's probably fair, to be honest. I had picked them up considerably cheaper when I was buying them. I have 2 copies of it. I was picking them up for like $30. But what's happened in the last 2 years here, there's been a lot of people selling professionally online, and that's sort of what really has driven the price up, because it's a matter of just only having the one available for sale. Here's a nice big collection here, $1,500. I don't really know if it's worth that, but that's, what have we got? Some nice titles here. Harvest. Hybrid Heaven. Can't say I've heard of it before. Hybrid Haven. Hybrid He-Man. I don't know. Eyesight's bloody crap, I'm afraid. South Park, that's pretty cool. Bomberman Hero. There are some nice titles in there, but not enough to push it up that high. Snow Kids. Believe it or not, it's a relatively common title here. Best of luck with that. Yeah, this is quite a nice machine. So that's 250 US dollars. And about 170 pounds. So it doesn't have the AV cable by the looks of it. I do have one of these ones, but mine's been someone rage quit on it and stabbed the hell out of it or something. So looks like this person has quite a nice setup there. Otago. Yep. Yeah, just some other boxed units there. Vibration pack, but it looks like it's not aftermarket one. Someone's got trays available, $30. So they're just plastic printed. Snap Pokemon. Legit controller is about $50 is what people are trying to get for them. 25 US. That's a better stand. You can certainly see the names on them. Nintendo on the front's pretty cool. War Gods, can't say I've heard of that game before, but yep, $65. Another cool stand. I'd say to guess it's plastic printed again. It looks like there's a few options available there. Cool. Donkey Kong Country, which is one of the few that was coloured, released here. Green controller, but that's not a legit one. It's an aftermarket one, I think. Oh no, it's legit. That's a good price, $25. These aren't. These are aftermarkets. I've got one of these somewhere, but I bit of a dog bone controller, I tell you. Crikey, horrible thing to hold on to, but I guess it was made for a reason. These are badly faded. I don't think anyone want to put it in a collection, but you probably want to could play it. $75 is a bit steep. Duke Nukem, yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, it's faded, so it's not a bad price. What else have we got? Gosh, $249.65 for Banjo Tooie, the second one. So it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Yep, someone's looked after that. Where else have we got? Another Donkey Kong. This one here I'm going to have to keep an eye on. If it does come up for sale, I'll buy it. But you know, it's got to be about $20-30 before I'd buy it in a box. I don't have any of them in boxes, but you know, they come along and grab them, of course. $23 for a replacement cardboard trays, 5 of them. That's pretty expensive. And what? Clay Fighter, $177. My goodness. Got the book and the cart, looks good condition, so someone's looked after that as well. I do have Clay Fighter. Do I have that particular one? I'm not too sure actually. I'll just have a quick check. No, I have the second one. So the second one's sorry, apologise. That is the second one. I have the first one in a box, but still way too expensive for me. It's an unusual controller. Steering wheel. Looks like it folds at the hinge. For Nintendo 64, I have a steering wheel, but it's just like a Mad Catz one. So it's just a box unit with a steering wheel. Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. This is the older style boxes that we had here, and then they changed to more the grey, red coloured. So here they were mostly just, the cover art was black covers, but you still had the colour spine. Cruising World, $280. Bundle, games not included. Okay, well, so you take a photo and put the games in it. Sega Master Systems. I'd love to pick up one of these that hasn't yellowed, because mine's yellowed, unfortunately. Yeah, see, most of these are in pretty bad state. $280, that's pretty steep without the games. Zelda's in there as the game. South Park, 007. So there's some reasonable games that, yeah, bit of a tease, but never mind. What else have we got? Again, this is another one of those black, which were more common here. See Mario Kart with a black box. How much is that Mario Kart? $200. See, there's 63 and a half. I have got a cart by itself. So. Mortal Kombat 4. My goodness, $239. My goodness. I've got Super Bomberman 64, but I've got it in a box, but I wouldn't have thought it'd be worth that, to be honest. Again, this is another one of those black. Here in New Zealand, these were packaged as a with the machine as well. That's where the black box come from. So if it's a black box, it's wasn't originally for sale like that. It had a different graphic art if you bought it without buying the actual big Nintendo 64 machine at the same time. Yeah, and that's it for Nintendo 64 here in New Zealand. That's available on our local trading site. Yeah, so I hope you found it interesting. Yeah, please like, and please subscribe. Take care. Bye.